Hello, hello, hello. Happy Monday and good evening. So I don't know if any of you even noticed, but I missed this past Friday. Um, I have been so under the weather that it's crazy. I don't know if you can hear it. Hopefully you can't. Hopefully it's not too annoying. But I've been so these allergies have been kicking my butt. So I wanted to hop on here early because I need to play catch up. I need to do this past Friday's lesson, which would have been week 4, day 5 on healthy eating, and then I want to jump over to catch us up a day, catch us up over on week 5. This is the start of week 5 and of our 6-week lesson. So thank you for sticking with me. This has been great to go back through this and share it with you all. Like I said, for anyone who might be new, I am excited to share this information with you. This is a study that I co led in my church's small group. And we found that the people who did these lessons had much better success in their health and wellness goals. And just overall mindset in the approach that they had towards their health and wellness goals versus some people who chose to go after their goals by themselves. They there's strength in numbers. There's a reason that churches have small groups or that we have community. There's a reason that I created these private groups in Facebook. There's a reason that community helps, accountability helps. And so let's just jump in while my nose is cooperating, while my and all that jazz. So day 5, healthy eating. Let's start. Let's go back to First Corinthians 10:31. How are y'all doing? Tell me where you're tuning in from. If this is your first time here and you don't see your name pop up if when you comment, it's because you need to give StreamYard permission so that I can see your name. And 9 times out of 10, you are family, friends, associates, or just friends that I have not met yet. Great day. Great day that whoever that is, see it only says Facebook user. That means you definitely know me. Cuz I'm good for saying great day. Great morning, great day, and all that jazz. First Corinthians 10:31. Yeah, it doesn't show me who you are. That's okay. I know your family. First Corinthians 10:31. Vicky, of course. See, I knew it was family. Even if you're not blood family, you family. You're the family I chose, okay? Healed, healthy, and whole. Hello, somebody. Is my phone acting a plumb fool? I'm sorry, y'all. It normally doesn't take this long for me to pull up these First Corinthians 10:31. These scriptures for us. But it is today. I might need to use a different app. Give me 1 second. So while I'm doing that, I do have some wonderful news. I don't know if I shared this with all of you, and I can share this here because this is a private group. But I got accepted into a program at Duke Health for health coaching. Super excited about it. I'm just waiting to hear back from them. There's a process because your girl is not trying to add any student loans. I want this to be free 99. Um, so I have my certified health coaching. I have my certified behavior change specialist. I just got certified yesterday for women's health, and then I'm working on a diversity initiative with Duke. By the glory, by the grace of God, y'all. He clearly, this is his path for me. Health and wellness is clearly his path for me because And you know what is and what's crazy? It's full circle. I'm 43 years old. I went to UAB on a full ride from the National Institute of Health. No, National Science Foundation. NSF. Yeah, National Science Foundation. Part of the program was NIH. Biology major, chemistry minor, until I changed my major. But it was a program for minorities and women to be in the health spaces. And I really wanted to do TV and film. So my junior year, I changed my major, y'all. But look at God bringing it all back, bringing it all back. Like I ain't never left. Okay, so this is in the King James Version. So, thou, and all that jazz. Bear with me. 1 Corinthians 10:31. Whether therefore you eat or drink or whatsoever you do all to the glory of God. I really want to make sure that I can get this in our regular version. But that, if you remember, that has been a very consistent scripture in our reading, in our study. So I want you to write it out. It's gonna be with us for a while. It's gonna be with you, hopefully, for a while as you embark on your health and wellness journey, and as we do this thing together. Scientists estimate that there are at least 2,000 kinds of vegetables and just as many types of fruit in the world. Y'all, there are so many fruits and vegetables that we have never tried. Like a durian. Have you tried a durian? Do you know how terrible that thing smells? But in some places, people love it. I mean, love. Foods and beverages come in varieties almost too numerous to count. Each one has a gift is a gift from God. You know, He created our bodies to, and I'm reading from my notebook. He created our bodies to need nourishment and with the ability to enjoy the delicious options He's provided. So, even so, the sad fact is we live in a culture which attempts to thrive on processed, modified, reconstituted, and fried food. Sad, y'all. Standard American diet is sad. Thus, consuming unhealthy levels of sugar, calories, fat, and carbs daily. Today, let's take a closer look at some ways we can improve our eating habits, honor Him, and enhance our health and well being. Before we begin, write down a habit that you like to change to get started. A habit for me that I would like to change is when I am having a really bad day, I want really bad food. Like it's almost like it just takes over me. That's how it feels sometimes. It's not like it used to be, but I would really just, I want to be like, I want to stop at Family Dollar. I want to stop, like I have my go-tos. I want my butter pecan ice cream and all of that. So when I am emotionally upset or emotionally triggered, I don't want to turn to food, especially terrible food that is not good for me. It's okay for a treat every once in a while, but that should not be something that soothes my feelings. You know what I mean? So that's a habit that I want to get rid of. What's a habit you want to get rid of? Think about it. You don't have to share, but I would love if you did. So next we're gonna check out Romans 12:1. Romans 12:1. Oh, my app is really acting up on us. I might need to go old school and grab my Bible. Romans 12:1. Oh, yes. Duh. I beseech you, therefore, brethren, by the mercies of God, that ye present your bodies as a living sacrifice, wholly acceptable unto God, which is your reasonable service. That is Romans 12:1, y'all. There it is again, that we present our bodies to God as a living sacrifice. What does it mean to be a living sacrifice? Well, to me, it means that every part of our everyday lives should be lived in ways that are pleasing to God. Our lives and all we do should be done in service to God, and it includes what we eat, what we drink, and how we treat our physical bodies. I mean, at the end of the day, Does he care about what we eat? Absolutely, he does. We only have one body, one temple. If we are here to love him and to love his people, how much better can we love people when we are healthier? How much better can we show that we love ourselves when we are healthier? It makes a big difference. So sounds quite opposite from the world of self-promotion and self-indulgence in which we live in, doesn't it? It does. Um, but that's the difference in flesh and spirit, right? So now the question is, how do we apply it in practice? What are we commanded in these verses with the concept of nutritional and healthy eating? Write down one way. Write down or think about it if you're driving or something. um, Write down one way you can make a positive change towards presenting your body as a living sacrifice, eating and drinking to the glory of God. One way that I could do that is it goes back to that trigger that I have when I'm having a really bad day. I'm pissed about something. Instead of turning to foods like sugar, excuse me, and carbs, which turns into sugar. Sugar is it is not our friend, y'all. Um, it takes our doing our sugar detox for you to understand that it is not our friend, not a friend to our bodies whatsoever. It is definitely very addictive. So for me, that is something that I would want to work on. A positive change would be to check my emotions first, to get rid of that desire to have something not good for my body. Because what will happen is after I eat that meal that's carb heavy, carb loading for exercise is one thing, but carb heavy, um, sugar filled foods just because I'm upset about something, or it's going to make me feel better, uh, that is not a positive change. So I would like to reverse that. And I have for the most part, but working on it. We could get rid of one processed food item and add in a whole food item. So kava, have y'all had kava? We have a kava here, and it has a hold on me. But the good thing is, it is a very I make some very healthy choices with kava. So we might choose to eat an apple instead of sweetened applesauce, um, or definitely instead of apple juice, y'all. Apple juice has so much sugar. If you're giving that to your kids, please stop. Apple juice has so much sugar, and it is not good for it's not good for their little brains. It's really not. I don't have kids, but I know that. I do know science. We could try adding more vegetables each day. We might even try to join um, the meatless Monday movement and add some plant proteins to our diets. For my church family, Bishop and Dr. Ty are vegan, so we might want to try being vegan at least on Monday and trying it and see how you feel getting more vegetables in. All right, let's go over to so that's something to consider. Also, consider tracking your food. Either old school, write it down, um, or my Fitness Pal is a great resource because a lot of times you can scan QR codes, not QR codes, scan barcodes, and it will tell you the contents and log that for you. You put in how many servings you had, um, including your drink. Some people are very surprised to see that they have overdone it with their calorie intake, just from some of the drinks that they're drinking, some of the things that they're unaware of, some of the snacks and things like that. Psalm 136:25. That's where we're going. Old Testament. Psalm 136. God must really want is definitely helping me get through this. Um, I haven't sneezed or anything, had to blow my nose or nothing. Feeling pretty good. Who giveth food to all flesh, for his mercy endureth forever. Who provides our food? God does. What else does he provide? Food is a gift from God. It is a blessing to be enjoyed, one of which we should be thankful. After thanking Him for the blessing of food and the great variety He has provided, take the time to eat slowly, savoring each bite with thanksgiving for all the ways He has blessed us. So, wrapping up our healthy eating week, we've covered a lot this week, from nutritional to mindful eating, intermittent fasting, y'all know I love, to healthy eating God's way. As in all things, we have discovered balance is the key. For healthy eating, it means wise choices from the vast array of nutrient-rich foods God has provided for us. When we are unsure of the next steps in our journey, we only have to ask God, who promises wisdom when we ask for it. So let's close this week with John 6:35. Then Jesus declared, I'm the bread of life. Whoever comes to me will never go hungry, and whoever believes in me will never be thirsty. Though we all enjoy eating, we know life is about so much more than food. While bread and water are basics for physical health, Jesus is the foundation for spiritual health, and only He can truly sustain and fulfill us. As we close this week and take steps toward better health, though foods and nutrition, let's ask Him to move in new ways in our lives, sustaining and fulfilling us both physically and spiritually. So that was the conclusion of week 4. Now we're on to week 5, you guys. Should I stop the recording or just keep going into week 5, day 1? Let's see. I'm just going to stay here since there are a couple of people hopped on. All right. And I will make an attempt to separate it in editing. So week 5, we are on day 1. This is Monday. Yay. Power of physical activity. So now we're in fitness. And the reason that we crafted this in this sequence, we wanted to start with a mindset. We wanted to start with the spiritual stuff first, nutrition and all of that, start up here first, and then work our way down to those tangible things that you can do to lose weight, to get healthier and things like that. Because here's what I know. What I know is, if you approach it by just taking action without addressing what is emotionally weighing you down or spiritually weighing you down, then it's not going to last. So if you are emotionally, if like you're an emotional eater, or you, just for example, if you're an emotional eater, or you're eating out of boredom, or you're eating because you're upset, or you're eating because you're super, super happy, or whatever the reasoning is, if you don't address that first, then you're liable to fall back into your old bad habits. Okay. So we're going to hop into nutrition, physical activity guidelines, day 1, week 5. Last week, we talked about nutrition for health and well-being, looking closely at the recommended nutritional guidelines. And this week, we are going to take a deep dive into the power of physical activity. Let me get my notebook closer to me. So as we begin, we can admit that we live in a sedentary world. Have y'all read? Y'all know I spend my time reading a lot, looking at peer-reviewed journals and articles and reading books and things. Sitting is the new smoking, y'all. Sitting is the new smoking. We have, especially with COVID, but we as a people are sitting way too much. And it's the new smoking. It's impacting our lives, negatively impacting our lives. As much as 85% of the global population is not physically active and thus at risk for serious health conditions. Let me read that again. As much as 85% of the global population is not physically active. Now, what baffles me is, when you think globally, when it comes to the United States, we are probably some of the most unhealthy because of our choices. Some of the food that is legal for us to get here is illegal other places in other countries because it is so unhealthy, or because it is so addictive, or because it has been found to cause disease in other people. And we tend to sit a lot. We don't move around as much as some other places. So, research by the American Heart Association revealed since the 1950s, sedentary jobs have increased a whopping 83%. The research doesn't just point to older adults. A study by the Johns Hopkins Bloomberg School of Public Health showed activity levels of 19-year-olds and 60-year-olds were the same. Nearly the same, y'all. 19-year-olds and 60-year-olds. I could see that. Playing games and sitting, or 19, maybe you're sitting and you're doing homework or not, you know. All this correlates to this fact: the greater our sitting time and the lower our levels of physical activity results in an increased risk of mortality in all causes. Hear this. Through my nasally allergy situation, because this is serious. The greater our sitting time and the lower our levels of physical activity results in an increased risk of mortality in all causes. So the more you sit, the less you work out, the less you move. And let me rephrase that. It's not just working out, physical activity. So the less you move, the higher your risk of mortality, the higher your death rate or risk. Does that make sense? That's right. Cardiovascular disease, type 2 diabetes, lung, colon, and endometrial cancers all increase. The greater our sitting time, the lower our physical activity. So the good news is any activity improves your health, and some of the health benefits afforded by physical activity are immediate, y'all. Like, get up and go outside and walk. If you can't walk 30 minutes a day, commit to 10 minutes 3 times a day. Maybe you walk for 10 minutes after each meal. Maybe you get a walking desk, a walking pad. That's something that I miss greatly about working from home. I have a treadmill, and I would walk on the treadmill and work. And those days that I did, I have never got that many steps in my life. And as I am exploring my work situation, I'm definitely like, I need a walking pad. I'm gonna have to be walking. Okay. I'm gonna be that lady in the suits with the tennis shoes. Okay. The good news is any activity improves your health, and some health benefits afforded, like I said, are immediate. What defines physical activity and what are the associated guidelines? So this is where I wanted to talk about. It's not just exercise. So there's aerobic activity, defined as activity of the large muscles of the body moving rhythmically for sustained periods. So that's like jogging, brisk walking, biking, swimming. Muscle strengthening, any physical activity or exercise increasing the strength, endurance, mass, and power of your skeletal muscles. So body weight exercises, I love. Heavy gardening, even carrying heavy loads, yard work. Bone strengthening, any physical activity promoting bone growth and strength through impact or tension force on the bones. Weight bearing and weight loading activities. About now, you're all probably wonder, how much physical activity do we need on a weekly basis? Aren't you? The truth is, for adults, it's only 150 minutes each week. We can do that, right? We can get it done simply by walking, like I said, 30 minutes a day, 5 days a week. This is science. This isn't just, oh, walk 30 minutes a day. This is science, y'all. This has been researched. Even the certificate, the women's health certification that I got yesterday, this is consistent. All the doctors, all of that stuff, all of that, it's consistently 150 minutes a week minimum. So let's do more than that, okay? Now, as humans, we are all good at setting goals. The goal for physical activity is 150 minutes each week of moderate intensity aerobic exercise, like brisk walking, plus muscle strengthening twice a week. Muscle strengthening twice a week. So, ladies, those of you who lift weights, keep doing it. Those of you who don't, start. Listen when I tell you, you're not going to get bulky like a dude. There is there's so much there it would take so much for you to really bulk up. Like I have 50 pounds over here, and then I also have my small ones that happen to be right here. And I'm definitely not bulky like a dude. And I feel nice and strong. But it's not just me. Like, look at Chef Babette. She's 70 something years old and she's in better shape than I am or most 20-year-olds. So strength building, endurance definitely helps. The more muscle that your body has, the more calories it burns. The more muscle your body has, the more calories it burns. So if you're looking to lose weight, a tip or hack is not just hopping on a treadmill and walking or running or doing a bunch of cardio. Cardio doesn't burn fat. Cardio doesn't burn fat. So lift some weights, y'all. You'll see a bigger difference once you start lifting. Let's hop over to Ephesians 3:19 and look at what God wants for us. Ephesians, we're almost done. Ephesians 3:19. Thank you for bearing with me. I don't know why that Bible app is doing that. I guess I'm supposed to be reading from from King James today. Ephesians 3:19. And to know the love of Christ, which passeth knowledge, that ye might be filled with all the fullness of God. And to know the love of Christ, which passeth knowledge, that ye might be filled with all the fullness of God. So here we see that he wants us to experience the totality of his love, but he also wants us to be filled with all he has to offer. Living the life God desires for us requires a commitment to his transformation of our entire selves, body, soul, and spirit. This is why I added this to my Thrive Wellness group. This is why I added this to our group, because I didn't want to just address our bodies. I wanted us to address our soul and spirit as well. It means a goal. It means setting a goal and following through. We are to care not only for our souls and spirits, but our physical bodies as well. My Staying Alive group, my church group, y'all know this. We've talked about this before. So we can be healthy and whole. It means proper nutrition, adequate exercise, and appropriate levels of rest. It requires a commitment to physical activity. Are you ready to commit? For my church group, y'all know we are blessed to have a pastor that believes in health and wellness, that has allowed me the opportunity to serve in this capacity, that also walks the walk of health and nutrition and fitness. Y'all, I did the Murph challenge with him and a whole group of us from church, Dr. Ty and their kids, and y'all, that is no joke. Just Google Murph challenge. Murph challenge. It's no joke. And I'm truly honored to serve in that capacity, and to know that we have someone who really cares, not just about our soul and our spirit, but cares about our health. So be grateful. Anyone in the Birmingham area, On Saturday morning, we are meeting. It's my church group, but anyone's welcome. We're meeting at where are we meeting? Railroad Park, under the pavilion by the restrooms. At 8 a.m. We're gonna walk. We're gonna walk. Um, we are committing to walking 150 minutes a week. But we're gonna commit to doing it as a community at least once a week. At least once a week. And the reason I chose Railroad Park is because it is walking distance from where our new facility is going to be in a matter of, I don't know. I'm not sure when it opens, but very soon. Our new facility will be over in that same area. So I thought it'd be fitting that we go over there, walk as a community, and get healthy. So if you want more information about that, let me know and I'll send you the registration link. I do have liability waivers and all that jazz. But we're going to make that a weekly thing, come rain or shine, weekly situation to connect and collaborate and fellowship and walk together. All right. I'll talk to y'all later. Thank you so much for bearing with me. Please, 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 please keep me in your prayers. One, that whatever is going on would go away. I'm not used to being sick. Two, this Duke health situation, keep me in your prayers. I want to go for free 99. Three, y'all know I got laid off a few months ago. But God is definitely working some things out and navigating some things for me. I had a job interview, excited about it because it would be full-time health and wellness, excited about how he's moving in the space of connecting me with a business partner who would easily be able to help me manage my store so I don't have to give it up. So just keep me in your prayers. I have details that I'm excited to share. I can't share yet. I probably already have shared enough, but y'all my people. So keep me in your prayers for what he is up to, because I don't always know, but what I do know is the grace. Oh my God. I'm about to get off because I'm tearing up. But the grace that he has afforded me in this health and wellness space is mind blowing. It's mind blowing. And what I want, what I expressed last week, I hope y'all didn't see it as fussing, but I really want to understand what you guys want, because I'm about to get very busy. And I still want to ensure that you're taken care of. I created these spaces so that you have access to a health coach, a certified health coach, for free, to at least ask me some questions. Now, yeah, some of my programs are not free because it took me a lot of time to write them. I mean, a lot, and I may, some of those programs I had to pay a nutritionist to go over, or a dietitian, or, yeah, y'all, listen, just keep me in your prayers. I'll keep y'all posted. I have some really cool things coming up. I've been working with some folks who also have a heart for health and wellness. They are not inexpensive. So what I'm trying to do is learn as much as I can from them, decipher the information, and share it back out for less, so that health and wellness is accessible to as many people as possible for less. That is my goal. Another goal is to get rid of inflammation. That's how I got into the CBD space. That's how I got into targeted cryotherapy. That's how I got into intermittent fasting and exogenous ketones. Is inflammation, y'all. Inflammation is the root cause of many, many diseases. Look up inflammation in the book of Deuteronomy. There's another piece to this. I'm on I am determined to help us get inflammation out of our bodies and to allow our bodies to function and be healthy and whole. So, with that assignment, I expect things to not always be perfect. It's just not going to be. And it just is what it is. So keep me in your prayers. I love y'all. I will talk to you later. Hit me up if you have any questions. What else is going on? Oh, Wednesday. Yes, Wednesday. I am going live on my YouTube channel. If you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel, stop playing games and get over there and subscribe. Here's the goal. I need 1,000 subscribers. Let me just be real. I need 1,000 subscribers. I've been slipping on YouTube big time. I have 50 something thousand on Instagram. Facebook, I don't really count because I delete a lot of folks. But I need 1,000 on YouTube in order to start basically having YouTube pay me. That's the goal. My goal is to have other people pay me so that I can charge less. Does that make sense? So help me reach that goal, y'all. Subscribe to my YouTube page. Wednesday night at 7 Central Standard Time. I'm going live over there to share fat loss tips for women 40 and older. Because, hey, me at 43, I definitely have learned a few things. And that's why I spent most of yesterday diving into that women's health study. I've been working on it for months, but I really went in yesterday so that I can be even more prepared for Wednesday's class, Wednesday's workshop. I guess we'll call it a workshop on fat loss for women in their 40s and up. All right, hit me up if you have any questions. I'm gone for real this time. Love y'all. Bye.